Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Literary Mystique. Today, we are exploring one of the most revolutionary eras in English literature, the Romantic period. Spanning from 1798 to 1837, this was a time of intense emotions, imagination, and a deep connection with nature. Writers of this period rejected the strict rules of Neoclassicism and embraced personal expression, individual freedom, and the supernatural. In this video, we'll cover the historical background, key literary features, major poets and novelists, and the lasting impact of the Romantic movement. So, let's dive in. Before we understand Romantic literature, let's look at the historical events that shaped this period. The French Revolution of 1789 inspired ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. It gave rise to themes of individual freedom and rebellion in literature. The Industrial Revolution. It led to urbanization and mechanization, which many Romantic writers criticized. Romanticism became a reaction against industrialization and its impact on human life and nature. We also saw political and social changes in England. The Napoleonic Wars caused political unrest. The Reform Act of 1832 marked the beginning of democratic change in Britain. Then, the publication of lyrical ballads in 1798. This collection of poems by William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge is considered the official start of the Romantic period. It emphasized ordinary people, nature, and deep emotions. Romantic literature broke away from neoclassical order and rationality. Feelings, dreams, and emotions were valued over logic and reason. Nature was seen as a source of inspiration, healing, and spiritual truth. Many poets wrote about landscapes, rural life, and the beauty of the natural world. The Romantics celebrated personal experiences, inner struggles, and self expression. They often portrayed lonely, misunderstood characters in their works. Romantic literature often explored mystery, ghosts, and supernatural. Writers admired medieval times and folklore, moving away from classical influences. Poetry moved away from rigid neoclassical forms and became more expressive and free flowing. Romantic poetry is dominated by two generations of poets. The first generation of Romantic poets include first, William Wordsworth. He was born in 1770 and died in 1850. He is called the poet of nature. His poetry celebrated ordinary people and everyday life. His famous works include lyrical ballads, Tintern Abbey, The Prelude, Daffodils, etc. Second, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. He was born in 1772 and died in 1834. He is called the poet of imagination. His poetry was filled with mysticism and supernatural elements. His famous works include The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Kubla Khan, Biographia Literaria, etc. Third, Robert Burns. He was born in 1759 and died in 1796. He is called the Scottish Romantic poet. He is known for writing in the Scottish dialect and celebrating folk traditions. His famous works are A Red, Red Rose, To a Mouse, etc. Fourth, William Blake. He was born in 1757 and died in 1827. He is called the visionary poet. His poetry explored spirituality, mysticism, and social criticism. His most famous works include Songs of Innocence and Experience, The Tiger, The Lamb, etc. The second generation of Romantics had a more rebellious and dramatic approach. There are primarily three major poets: Lord Byron, P.B. Shelley, and John Keats. Lord Byron was born in 1788 and died in 1824. He is called the Rebel Romantic. He is known for his dark, passionate heroes, often called Byronic heroes. His famous works are Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, Don Juan. Second, P.B. Shelley. He was born in 1792 and died in 1822. He is called the idealist poet. His poetry reflected radical political views, personal freedom, and deep emotions. His famous works are Ode to the West Wind, To a Skylark. Third, John Keats. He was born in 1795 and died in 1821. He is called the poet of beauty. His poetry focused on sensory details, nature, and transient beauty. His famous works are Ode to a Nightingale, Ode on a Grecian Urn, To Autumn, etc. While poetry was dominant, Romanticism also influenced novels. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is one of the first science fiction novels exploring the dangers of unchecked ambition. Sir Walter Scott's Ivanhoe popularized the historical novel, bringing medieval legends to life. Jane Austen, known for Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, though she is not traditionally romantic, her novels emphasized realism, strong emotions, and individual choice. Charlotte Smith's elegiac sonnets helped revive the sonnet form and brought deep personal emotions into poetry. Romanticism also gave rise to Gothic literature, which featured dark settings, supernatural elements, and mystery. Horace Walpole's The Castle of Otranto is the first Gothic novel. Anne Radcliffe's The Mysteries of Udolpho is known for her use of suspense and eerie settings. Matthew Lewis' The Monk is a shocking and controversial Gothic novel. These Gothic elements later influenced Victorian and modern horror literature. The Romantic period changed English literature forever. It emphasized emotion, creativity, and individuality. It inspired later literary movements like Victorianism, Symbolism, and Modernism. It influenced music, art, and philosophy, shaping Romanticism across Europe. It remains popular today. Many Romantic works are still widely read and admired. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the Romantic period. This era was filled with passion, nature, rebellion, and imagination. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Literary Mystique. Stay tuned for the next episode where we will explore the Victorian Age, a time of realism, industrial progress, and social change. Till then, keep reading, keep writing, and keep exploring the wonders of literature. Thank you so much for watching.